start this dynamic duo off in the kitchen, just a couple of thank yous. Big thank you to Gliffaes Hotel, who sponsored Jane and Mitch to be here this afternoon.
Thanks a lot. Jane and I have been mates for quite a long time. We live in the same area. Jane kind of bakes and does vegetable things, I think. I'm not sure. And, but we do cook a lot together, and both for in demos and travelling and everything else. So we're going to try and, as Angela said, put together kind of some great dishes of Jane's and some seafood. And the first thing we're going to do is a ragu of red mullet. And people normally associate ragus being made with stewed meat. And when I was putting this book together and sort of spending a bit of time in Italy, they stew a lot of fish down, and they cook it with really quite hearty flavours. You know, red mullet, which is a lovely strong flavoured fish with red wine and fennel. It works fabulously with fresh orchietti pasta, and very simple to make apparently. And we are going to make it live on stage, or Jane's going to make fresh pasta live on stage. I did have a go at making it myself earlier, and not very good actually.
Abergavenny is a great festival. I actually don't do as many food festivals as I used to, and there's one or two that I will choose a year. And Abergavenny is always up there with one of them. I've not been for a few years because I've had lots of things on. But coming here this year is just like coming home. It's a brilliantly organised food festival. There's some wonderful people. The organisers are wonderful. The hospitality is brilliant. The town is perfect for a food festival because you're in the middle of it. You know, it happens all around. There's all these great demos, and you know, it's interesting. I think you can judge a food festival by the quality of people that support it in terms of doing demos, and always the speakers at Abergavenny are very, very good people that you want to go and listen to and watch.
And the last time, I have to say, I actually had a go at making this was on the stage in Puglia at midnight, where they got me up to make a fool of me in front of all the Italian public. But
we could be here at midnight.
Yeah, we could still be here at midnight. But actually, I'm quite pleased with this. It is really straightforward, and it's something that's great to do with kids. And you know, it's not one of these where you have to put it through a machine and it gets quite technical. You do it by hand, and I'm talking myself into a corner.
Right. So I've started off this ragu with some finely chopped fennel and finely chopped celery, and into that I've got some fennel seeds going in there just to really kind of accentuate that flavour of fennel. Fish and fennel were kind of made for each other, really lovely. So the idea is just to, you want to slowly caramelise those vegetables. A little bit of oregano going in here as well, and just really soften them down. But I think what really makes this dish is the red mullet, and without doubt it's absolutely my favourite fish. It's got this lovely almost saffrony flavour in the skin, which is really lovely, and when it's cooked, it's almost like chicken oysters, you know, that kind of slight oiliness that you get with a chicken oyster. Red mullet has this, so it kind of all breaks down in the sauce, which is really nice.
You know, you haven't got any of the big TV chefs sort of coming down and just mopping up big audiences because they're on telly. You've actually got people coming down, you know, Atul Culture talking about, you know, one of the best Indian cooks in the country. You know, he's talking about his Indian food. You've got, you know, Matt Tevitt locally. You've got, I can't remember, Claudia Roden's been here. I mean, you know, some serious people that's around.
So you're in heaven, are you foodie heaven here?
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's, you know, for us really, it's a little bit of a holiday to come away. We're all busy in restaurants, and I think what's really good, certainly from my point of view, is I get to see all my friends. You know, all the other chef friends that I have from all over the place. You know, Richard Burtonnet and you know all sorts that we don't see very often because of course we're all busy with restaurants. You come to Abergavenny and it's a nice coming together.
Nice little bit of salt. Got it here. And then the red mullet fillets, these have just been, I just asked the fishmonger to fillet them. Very important, take the pin bones out to make sure there's no bones in it. And just lay them in there as a whole fillet.
And every year for us, dinner at the Fox Hunter is magnificent. And usually we have some great friends that always stay at Gliffaes. And they'll come a couple of days before the festival and they'll go fishing. And it's one of the things I've promised myself I'm going to do one day is go fishing up there. But we will always have a dinner before the festival at Gliffaes, and nothing more relaxing than putting your feet up in a beautiful house, wonderful hospitality, and eating some great food. And I think I'm going to plan some fishing in for sure.
In the book, this is cooked with penne, and I can honestly say this is a much better.
Do you think it's worked all right?
Absolutely brilliant, Jane. Really lovely.
Yeah?
And do you know what would be really lovely on top of that? Some grated lemon zest. Have we got some lemons? Probably got some grated lemon zest, some chopped parsley, and some raw garlic over the top of that. It's a sort of nice little gremolata. Would be a really, really nice finish to it. But that I think is a lovely dish. Very, very good.
Can I just say that's the first time I've ever done that properly.